Welcome everyone to another one here. Another one of these posters. This is from Facebook, by the way. If y'all want to know what the other one was from, it's from Facebook itself. So if you on Facebook, look for me. I'm Andre Green. You can look for me up on Facebook. Send stuff like this. I like stuff like this. I like the thinking process. I like this stuff. Send that to me. I want to see that. This one, this one here is kind of broken. It's kind of broken. It's kind of broken. Basically, we're giving six main characters from six different shows. We give them legitimately everything unlimited from their show added here to their power source. And the question is, would everybody have an unlimited energy? I mean, unlimited whatever they have, along with being able to access every single ability in their own show. What's the order? Weakest to strongest, or I mean strongest to weakest, and basically who's winning? Who's gonna win this? Now I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. A lot of research has to be done here. Lots of research, but it's almost in order already. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Ichigo, it goes Ichigo, Naruto, it goes Asta, it goes Luffy, it goes Gojo, and then it goes Deku last. That's it. All right, I'll see y'all next one. No, let me explain why. Now, there's this weird fan base out there. There's weird people that believe that Bleach characters are heal levels or some crazy stuff like that, which is kind of crazy to say. They're heal level characters. It's because they don't showcase every crazy feast. Now, if you've been around, if you know me, or you've been on this channel for a while, or you've been listening to my podcast throughout the whole years, the House of Dragon podcast available on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Pandora, stuff like that. You guys know we break down stuff like this all the time. When I talk about characters like this and what they can and can't do, I go off of statements, feats, everything else in between, everything else that goes into that thing. Just because they said they can do it and you don't see it on a panel or you don't see it in the show doesn't mean they can't do it. Logically tell you that they hold back for a reason. I mean, what are we doing, people? What are we doing? When you're watching Dragon Ball, it's consistently tell you guys that these people are planetary universal threats, and people are like, "Yeah, I haven't seen them do it." They're not going to. They're not going to destroy a whole planet for no reason. That's just dumb. Come on now, what are we doing here? Why would Goku? Why would the hero of the story destroy a planet for? What does that serve for him as a character for him to destroy an entire planet when he's supposed to be the good guy? Let's be honest here. We have villains that do that for him, and then they can beat the villains, etc., etc. The same thing that happens in solo leveling when you guys eventually learn that this man is broken as crap and he's a super monster, multiversal threat level, and y'all like, I don't see that. Once again, duh. You're not gonna see it like that. When Son Woku from the God of High School, when we're telling him he's one of the most broken, the most OP's character in the entire anime history, I don't see that. Duh, you're not gonna be. Come on now, people. It's just that simple, right? So, Bleach works mostly on. I would say probably that works close to Galaxy to Universal level. I have not finished Bleach. I'm not gonna lie, I have not finished Bleach, but based off of the stuff that I've seen from Bleach, I can easily tell that they scale higher within the big three, which is Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece. One Piece, they have the higher scalings. Definitely have the higher scalings. The characters, the abilities that they have, their bankais, all that screams higher than anything else in the big three. I mean that's the so if you give Ichigo access to literally the Almighty, Aizen's ability, his own abilities, and everybody else's abilities and their bankais, he is the strongest character in this entire picture here. He is the strongest character. He ranks number one. Number two, it is Naruto. Once again, Naruto, in my personal opinion, is the second strongest on this entire list because if he's getting access to unlimited chakra, talking about Naruto by himself, that means he gets both versions of Kurama inside his body. He gets access to all nine tailed beasts. It's something he did in six path mode. The abilities of his six path mode, which with the six orbs that literally touches anything and it disintegrates because of it. Flight technique, and then you add in so much other abilities from so many different characters. You're talking about Renegon abilities. You're talking about you're talking about so many different jutsus that he's gonna be access to gives Naruto so much broken abilities that he becomes probably the second. He becomes the second strongest main character out of the six here. There's no. He doesn't teach Ichigo level. He'll probably fully be a fully planetary threat. Right now, I say Naruto in the well. This is also bio mode. So does that mean that does this include stuff from Boruto too? That's crazy too. If it does, I mean that just gives him a little bit higher level. And then I have to say he probably headcanon touching planetary to probably solar system level. Just my personal opinion. If you add in all that, but yes, Naruto does rank second in this thing. Now, the third person, Asta, with his ultimate magic abilities and anti magic, Oscar getting access to unlimited magic. First of all, his magic, his I haven't finished all Black Clover either yet. I haven't finished all that. I'm still way behind on that. But the fact that his magic is able to count, that his sword cancels out magic itself, and then we know later on he gets that demon form. We all know it's just part of the main character stuff. Get that demon form, and I haven't seen fully what that can do. But the fact that physically he's stronger than everybody, yeah, physically he's stronger than everybody, add in all the magic powers they have in there. You know how much magical abilities is in there? That means he gets the Black Bull's abilities. He gets the current what's his name? The current Magic King. He gets his magical ability. Was it what's his name? It's not what's his name? Oh, I forgot his name so quickly. But I'm pretty sure his magic ability is time manipulation or something like that. He gets to add that to his arsenal. Like, what are we doing here? And then you add in all the captains, and while they're yeah, on a different level, he slides right in at number three, my personal opinion. Luffy comes in four. Now I know a lot of I know One Piece. Don't get upset at me. I know the Devil Fruit powers in the Haki at its peak and stuff like that. I understand that, and I know the first thing a lot of people are gonna run to is the Tomb Force. His Gear Five, Andre Gear Five. I understand that, but this is not peak Gear Five yet. Gear Five is still a fresh concept in the One Piece universe that I guarantee it works at the very early stages of Tomb Force. Now, if Luffy's Tomb Force Gear Five, if his Tomb Force gets to the point to where it starts reaching the legit gods of cartoons, from about the SpongeBob's, the Bugs Bunnies, the Popeyes, characters of that nature, that's a whole different conversation. Then you're looking at probably the strongest character in all of anime, including manga. But he's not at that level just yet. And yes, I understand the Devil Fruits and stuff. There's so many Devil Fruits in the One Piece universe and stuff like that. But physical stats and stuff and what they're able to do from the show itself, they have not been able to hit these consistent continent levels, consistent close to moon level abilities and attacks. Statement wise, I don't understand statement wise. Statement wise, like um White Bear in his prime is probably planetary, right? I'm pretty sure that was said before, characters of that nature. But but the Feast and stuff haven't said that's the exact same thing just yet. Now I'm not gonna downplay One Piece ever. I'm not gonna downplay them. I just feel like in this type of scenario, they're fourth. Now they could be tied with Asta, and at the same time, it could be surpassed Asta. Depend. It just depends. It just definitely depends. Depends on how y'all see Asta too. Now, in my personal opinion, those four are like I think it goes those four, and then there's a gap, a big old gap. My fault. I went up. I mean, and then there's a gap, and then there's Gojo, and then there's another gap, and then there's Deku. Now Gojo with all the curse techniques and tools and stuff, that's cool. He doesn't have none of the speed that anybody else gonna have. This his go to. His go to is always gonna be Infinity. And I hate to tell y'all people this, but Infinity is cool and stuff. But we saw someone legitimately hunting him, watching him until he decided he can't keep it on forever because he gets exhausted. And then when he turned it off, he got jumped. He got jumped. He almost got killed. He almost got killed. Don't think we didn't see that. He almost got killed. So how like you're gonna have four guys on a tier that's way above him. What do you think they're gonna be able what do you think he's gonna be able to do against them? Oh, they're gonna get through Affinity. Ichigo probably can just slash it through. Same thing with Austin, his anti-magic. They probably can slash through Infinity. I don't think Infinity, it yeah, it's supposed to slow down time, but these shows give you time manipulations and stuff like that. So it slows it down to it feels like Infinity slows it down to the point where it seems like everything is moving in exact slow motion for him. That doesn't mean these characters are moving slower than him. He deals with someone like Naruto. I'm just gonna go straight with that. If you go deal with someone with Naruto, Mr. Intelligent Naruto, Naruto decides he's gonna try to attack. Gojo has Infinity activated, somehow slowing down Naruto. Don't understand how, but somehow it's gonna slow him down. And Gojo think he can land a hit. He try to land the hit and find out it's just a clone. And then this other Naruto sitting here throwing out the truth seeking orbs, which I'm assuming. I'm not too for sure too deep into the truth seeking orbs abilities just yet, but it does disintegrate on contact. So if it breaks through the Infinity, touches Gojo, what's Gojo gonna do? He's gonna end up touching it. He dies. That's just being real. Luffy's Toon Force. I mean, Gear 5, I keep calling it Toon Force. I'm sorry. It's a habit. Gear 5 switches up the properties of stuff. He's switching into making his own imagination. If he can imagine, he had to, like I said, Gojo activated. Luffy literally for probably just knocked on it like it's a door, knocks on it, knocks on it, knocks on it, like, oh, it's glass, breaks it through with a bat or some crap, and then Gojo's getting his tail beat. You know what I'm saying? Austin and all those anti-magic abilities they have and time manipulation, Gojo's that wouldn't. Yeah, no, it's just no. He's strong. Don't worry, he is a strong character, but to touch these other four characters, and I use their base forms. I'm not even using their maxed out abilities. I'm just using their regular self. They're breaking through that Infinity, man. I'm sorry. I'm just sorry. And then Deku is the weakest one in this whole list. Shout out to My Hero Academia for ending. Definitely going to be talking about that here later next year, 2026. We'll talk about it in 2026. But Deku with all the quirks, the weakest one here. Even without the quirks, he's still the weakest one here. Sadly, I mean, does he have a chance? Yeah, but they're like massive city level, massive city level. Um, the quirks and stuff is cool, but it's nothing that the other five haven't dealt with, especially the big four. The big four, the four-headed monsters, they've done with stuff with that. There's nothing that My Hero Academia does to their universes that makes a difference that they haven't seen before. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got super strength and speed, and I can punch real hard. Yeah, we done with that before. We did that before. We done with that. Okay. Well, we have absorbing technique. We've done that before. We have that already. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Now you start looking down. We have the K. He touches everything, destroys everything. Cool. We have characters that's done that before. We're like, are we being serious right about now? Are we being serious? So no, that could still be the weakest one out of all this. Like I said, the order is Itachi. I mean, not Itachi. Wow, it is Ichigo, Naruto, Asta, and Luffy. You can go back and forth between those two. I'm not gonna lie. Gojo and then Deku is the weakest one out of this whole six-headed group. Hey, it is what it is. Y'all be all right. Make sure you guys hit the like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you on the next one though.